Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tastemaker Talk, our bi-monthly webinar podcast series where you can take our industry-leading education with you wherever you go. I'm Abbey Rodriguez, and today we are joined by Mike Muney with Yahoo, and he's going to be chatting with us about Yahoo Creators, a new way to scale your reach. So welcome, Mike. We're super excited to have you here. Before we jump into it, we have a few community updates since our event is this weekend. And we are gonna, drop a few little last minute things in here. If you are attending and listening, you're listening to this on the way to the conference, we're super excited to see you. Tickets are sold out. And so anybody who's listening, who's an attendee, you have access to the Whova app. It is set up for one-on-one meetings with sponsors. You can connect with other attendees, build out your event agenda. We do not have any sort of physical agenda assets or anything like that. So everything is through the app and it's digital. And we encourage you to go in there, check out the schedule and all the things. It also has our attendee guide on there, and we will drop a link in the chat here for anyone who is with us live and in the show notes. Additionally, if you are experiencing FOMO and want a ticket and it's already sold out, we are going to drop a link to the wait list so you guys can join that as well. So we are so honored to be joined by Mike Muney for this episode today. Mike is a veteran content executive with 12 years of experience across tech, entertainment, and media. Currently, he oversees the creator partnership and business development efforts for the Yahoo Creators program, which is a new platform for writers and creators to share their stories with millions of Yahoo readers. Before Yahoo, he was head of creator partnerships at Moment, a live streaming events platform acquired by Patreon. There, he led the company's creator partnerships, content licensing, and business development efforts. Previously, he founded Spotify's first creator partnerships function, where he and his team secured top podcast partnerships and pioneered the platform's entry into video podcasts. He began his career building content partnerships and creator-led marketing campaigns at Fullscreen and Red Bull. So, Mike, you are like a whiz in the creator space. We are super excited to learn from you. So welcome, and we'll turn the time over to you for your presentation.
Cool. Thank you so much, Abby. Thank you for that intro. I'm super excited to talk to you all today about the Yahoo Creators program. Like Abby said, I've been around the block, and I can honestly say this is one of the more exciting things I've ever worked on as a way for creators to tap into massive reach, expand their audience, and kind of make money while they're doing it. So I will go through kind of an overview of the program. We can talk through how you all can get involved. And then at the end, I'm happy to answer any questions that any of you may have. So that said, I will kick things off. Will I kick things off? There we go. So I'm sure all of you are familiar with Yahoo. It'll probably come to no surprise to you that Yahoo has a massive audience. We get almost 200 million people who come to our site on a monthly basis. We're the #1 news and info site in the US last year. And this stat is one that always blows my mind. Over 86% of the US internet visits a Yahoo site monthly. So we have tons of people who are coming to our site to get news and information. And we supply that to them through third-party partnerships with pretty much every major media partnership or media partner, publisher rather, that is in the space today. A lot of them are listed here. And this is a massive business for Yahoo, and it's a massive way that Yahoo provides that news information to our audience. That all said, I am talking to a room full of creators, so this probably won't come as a surprise to you, but the media landscape has changed a lot in the last couple of years. People are gravitating more towards individuals and personalities rather than a lot of those traditional brands and media publishers. So what Yahoo wanted to do is say, well, we provide all this news information to our massive audience. How do we tap into these individuals and personalities so that we can get more of that personality-led content to that audience, which is the type of content that they are looking for and asking for. So that's how this program was born. As you know, it's called Yahoo Creators. Put very simply, it is a way for you to distribute your content to our massive audience the exact same way that all of those major media publishers do. Get your content in front of that audience, millions and millions of people, and make money while you're doing it, which I will talk about more in a second. But first, I want to show you what this content looks like. So if you were to join the program and distribute your content on Yahoo, this is how people would see it. This is our creator story template. If it looks different than the rest of Yahoo, if you are currently a user of Yahoo, that is intentional. We rolled out a brand new template for all of the writers and creators in this program. You'll see it's very focused on design and aesthetics. There is advertising on the content, which we'll talk about in a bit, but it's a very specific advertising experience. No pop-ups, nothing on the rails. The idea here is that the content comes front and center.
Hey, Mike,
Yep.
you want to reshare your slides because I am not seeing them on my end. Just want to everyone can see them.
One sec.
Oh, Hema sees them. I don't know why I don't. I just want to make sure everybody's following along. So sorry to
No, it's okay. So we're in the clear. Should I reshare?
Everybody can see them except for me, but that's all right.
Okay.
So we're good to go.
All right, now where did I go? No, I've lost it. Okay, so I walked you through what the stories look like. This is actually what your profile would look like on the site. This is your home base on the platform. This is where people would engage with you and your content. You'll see it's totally customizable. You can upload your own banner image, headshot, link out to all of your social channels, even use that, you see that action button right there, that subscribe button. You can actually link out to your own personal blog, website, Substack, Medium, wherever else you may want to push to. And this effectively acts as your byline on the platform. So if someone were to be surfaced one of your pieces of content, which we'll talk about discovery, distribution in a bit, this is the handle they would see at the bottom. They could click through, and then they'd see your profile page and all of your content in one place. So that's what the content looks like, but I want to talk you through essentially how you can create this content. So if you are interested in joining the program and you were essentially invited to join, you would get access to our creator platform, which looks like this. It looks very similar to, I'm sure, CMSs that you've used in the past. It has all the standard formatting and features you probably come to expect from a CMS. You can save drafts. You can preview posts before you publish. You can upload images into the platform. We even have a partnership with Getty Images. So you get access to all of their royalty-free stock images, which you can drop right into the articles and stories. You also can put in embedded social posts. So YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, you can embed that social content directly into your articles as well. And through that way, you can also include video in these articles. So that's how you create the content. And this is how you can see how it's doing. Every creator in the program gets their own personalized analytics dashboard. On it, you can see how your stories are performing. You can see how many views your stories are getting, how many unique viewers you have, how long people are reading these stories, what devices they're reading these stories on. And we even are tracking where your viewers are coming from. Even it's coming from Google and off of Yahoo, we're tracking that, as well as your audience demographics across both age and gender. So the idea here is that you can not only, distribute beautiful content onto the site, but you can also get the insights that you need to see how that content is doing so you can optimize and perform even better on the platform. So I've talked to you through what it looks like, how you create this content. Now I'll talk you through how people find this content and you can get in front of those almost 200 million people monthly. So there are three main ways that you can find audience on Yahoo. First one is through editorial curation. So we are a first party publisher. We have an in-house editorial team. Part of what we're doing is surfacing our content within this program to that editorial team so they can curate it across a variety of surfaces on the platform. One of those is the homepage, where you can see we've had tons of creators featured to get right in front of that audience. So again, almost 200 million people. That also includes our O&O newsletters like the Yodel. We've had tons of people featured in this newsletter. It also includes our O&O social handles. So, Instagram, X, etc. We are constantly working with our creators to find content that meets our editorial team's needs and getting them featured across all these different distribution points. So editorial curation is the first way that people can find your content. The second is through algorithmic curation. So on top of that editorial curation, a lot of our platform is driven by a personalized algorithm that surfaces content to our users based on their past browsing history as well as their audience demographics. So essentially, our site will super serve content that is most relevant to our users. For example, in this mock, the algorithm thinks that I like Van Halen and rigatoni, which, who doesn't, honestly? So algorithmic curation is the second way. The final way, and this is pretty recent, is that we launched a dedicated area of the site that is just for creator content. So you can go to our creator hub, and it is curated similarly as the rest of the site, both algorithmically and via our editorial team. So not only can you rely upon, our editorial team to surface your content or the algorithm to surface your content, you can also go to the dedicated area of the site and see all the creators involved in the program, as well as content that is trending within the program on the site. So that's how people can find your content. You get access to our massive audience. Let's talk through money, right? Because I know this is top of mind for all of you. There are two ways to make money in the program currently. One is we offer a 50-50 rev share on any display advertising that appears on the content. So any money that we're making from display advertising, we're splitting right down the middle and you take home half of. The other is we are offering a 80-20 rev share on affiliate links in your favor. So any money that you make, you're taking home 80% of. That is how you can make money right now. This is a recent program, so we are actively building out new ways to monetize. One of them is through premium sponsorship opportunities. As I'm sure you can imagine, Yahoo has a very robust branded content and influencer marketing arm. So part of what we're doing is surfacing our writers and creators through those teams to brands and advertisers to get you access to some of those premium sponsorship opportunities. Additionally, we are building out more dynamic and rich e-commerce modules, those creator profile pages and your article pages. So that way, whatever it is you might be selling, cookbooks, courses, merch, you can do so directly on our site and on your brand page and article page. So I'm sure you say that all sounds great, but how's it going? We launched in beta almost a year ago. Since we've onboarded over 90 creators, we've driven almost 60 million content views for those creators since launch. We're quickly approaching almost 2,000 pieces of content that have been distributed onto Yahoo through our program. And almost 65 million minutes have been spent by our audience on this Yahoo content. So we're seeing a lot of exciting growth, and we are excited to continue growing this program looking forward. Some other things I want to call out is just some nice quotes that some of our initial creators gave us. I like to highlight this top one is from one of our first creators. Their names are Brett and Michael are Going Places. They have a travel Substack that's very popular. They not only gave us this nice quote, They have also told us anecdotally that since linking out to their Substack newsletter, that subscribe button and joining our program, they are getting on average anywhere from 10 to 20 new subscribers to their Substack every single day. So just goes to show not only the audience opportunity, but also the conversion opportunity that you have by joining our program. So that all said, I believe that brings us to the end of our presentation. Um, I appreciate you guys joining and am more than happy to answer any initial questions that any of you may have.
That was wonderful. And again, I apologize for interrupting your
No
wonderful
problem at all.
there. But yeah, if we have anybody live here who has questions about the program, please drop them in the chat. In the meantime, how can people get in touch at the conference? I think that might be a good opportunity to talk about
Yes.
what that will look like.
So I unfortunately am unable to attend the conference. That said, two members of our team, Ryan Liu and Becky Plotkin, will both be there. You can sign up to have one-on-one time with them. They'll have an area of the conference where you can go meet with them. Ryan will also be giving a short presentation. So be sure to look out for them at the conference so that they can answer any additional questions you may have that I may not be able to answer here.
Yes, and Yahoo is sponsoring our tech study hall area. So there is an entire room devoted to these one-on-one meetings that I discussed at the beginning of this webinar, that you can make all of those one-on-ones in the Hoova app specifically. Check out Yahoo's sponsorship profile, which should have the contact info that Mike just mentioned. And we have Rebecca in the chat here waving, so she's here if you have any questions. So Hema has a question, Mike. She says, if I missed this, where does the majority of traffic come from, specifically the country? For context, she's in Canada.
So unfortunately, this program is for US-based creators only right now. We are discussing opening it up to other markets, and Canada would probably be one of the first places that we open it up to. But currently, for some compliance reasons, it's right now only open for US-based creators. So most of the metrics I talked you through are US focused.
Excellent. That's good to know. Do we have any other questions from the group? Hema is sad.
I'm sorry.
I know that this is something I think that we experience a lot, a lot of US based versus, international, especially as we grow. But hopefully, that is something to look forward to and work towards. So in the meantime, Mike, where can everybody learn more about Yahoo for Creators online? I see we have a website here, but anywhere else that they can get in touch specifically?
Yes. So you can go to yahoocreators.com. That is where you can learn more about the program and also apply to be a creator. This is something that I brushed over, but should spend some more time on now. This is a program you need to apply to be a part of. The focus of this program is not to scale it out to hundreds or thousands of creators. We're very focused on content quality and vetting. So every creator is accepted in the program is vetted before they're accepted. So you do have to apply. You can do that at yahoocreators.com. And then you can also check out that creator hub that I talked about at creators.yahoo.com to see who's involved with the program and get a feel for the type of content that's been accepted into the program.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your knowledge. I have a lot of questions for you personally, just on the creator economy. I've been studying that and doing some research, and just what we do here at Tastemaker, really advocating and providing education as the creator economy evolves. So we're very grateful to you and to Yahoo for partnering with us, and look forward to meeting you in person, your team in person, and getting this message out about this opportunity for creators, because it seems like a really great opportunity in terms of diversifying, which is a huge goal for food content creators this year specifically. So everybody, safe travels to those of you who will be joining us in Vegas. And thanks again, Mike, for joining us today. See
Thank
you
you
all.
for having me. I'm sorry that I cannot be there, but I'm jealous of Becky and Ryan who get to meet all of you face to face. So please come introduce yourselves and learn more about the program.
Wonderful. Thank you. Bye-bye.